What is going on, YouTube people? Northeast Ohio Cards and Comics here today to talk about eBay comps and when an eBay comp is not really a real comp. I often forget about this little in the weeds thing on eBay comps every once in a while, and something happened this week that reminded me of it. And I feel like if I forget about this, other people forget about this. And I have a feeling there's a decent amount of people out there that don't even know that this is a thing. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Let me know in the comments down below if you knew that this was a thing once I kind of describe the situation here. So obviously eBay comps, for better or for worse, drive a big part of the marketplace. And we all know shill bidding is a major problem with, fake eBay comps in a lot of cases. And on more common stuff, you could kind of figure that out. Lower pop stuff, it gets a little tricky. Sometimes you could go in and look and kind of tell by, the feedback on the bidders, but a lot of times people hide the bidder activity. It's a whole game of cat and mouse, it feels like. So we're all kind of aware that shill bidding is a thing. I want to talk about another type of fake eBay comp, if you will. And that recently happened on this Lucas Select Premier level. So this just sold this week at $725. Well, let me rephrase. 130 point shows this sold $725 fixed price sale, actual price or actual sale price shown. I'm sure we've all seen this when looking at cards before. This particular card has been selling for around $500, give or take. Low fives to mid fives, and then on up, just kind of depending on, but generally basically been sitting like right around $500. So this comp seems very out of line. And I can tell you for a fact, this card did not sell for this price. Now, you may say, how do you know that, Rob? Well, that's because that's my card. I sold that card this week, and that is not the price that it sold for. Let's take a look here. Look at this PSA cert number, 4331656. We can see right there. Let's see a little photo, nice little black background there. A little bit of glare down here in the corner. And let's go over here to my eBay page. Oh, look at this. Look, there's the same cert number, ends in 656. A little glare down the bottom, nice black background. Sold November, sale date November 20th. Sale date November 20th. What do we have here? Price $500. Well, wait a second. 130 point said $725. What in the Sam Hill? The reason that this came to my attention is because I saw someone list one on Facebook in a group. And their post was $600, recent comp $725. And there's a bunch of comments. I don't know if it actually sold at that price or not. And I looked and I was like, are you kidding me? That card jumped to $725. And then I looked and the screenshot that the seller had was mine, was this from 130 point. And I'm like, wait, that's my card. It didn't sell for $725. And what did I forget? Which I often do. This card was sold by me on a buyer accepted offer that I sent out. So you know how you see, you have your watchers, and you could send an offer to all the people watching or that interacted with the item. I sent an offer out at $500. The seller accepted, immediately paid. The card shipped. It's well on its way to wherever it's going. I forget. But when buyers accept a seller-initiated offer, it reports like this. It looks like this. You don't actually see the real sale price, even though this is what goes over to 130 point and all the data tools as well. So this card did not actually sell for $725. It sold for $500. But someone on Facebook was trying to use this comp and sell their card for $600, which would be $100 over recent comps. Now, I'm not giving that guy any crap. There's really no way he would know that was the case with this. It's kind of, you got to use the context clues. If it seems, in this, the old adage is if it seems too good to be true, it is. This is like the reverse case of that. If it seems so out of whack with everything else that's going on, it probably is. And that's when it should throw a red flag up with you. And this is also a good point to just don't live and die by the last comp, especially on something like this. Like, this isn't super rare. These sell often enough that you could kind of context clue together some stuff. So in the case of this card's regularly been selling for 500 for the last few weeks now. Obviously the overall NBA market is down. The Luka market is down. There is no reason suddenly for this card to go from 500 to 725 in a blink of an eye like that. There were sales, I think, about a week ago at 500, multiples of them. So that right there would be your first red flag. And then anytime, really anytime you see fixed price sale, actual sale price shown like this, that almost, I don't want to say always, but in a lot of cases will mean it is a buyer accepted, or I'm sorry, a seller sent an offer out and a buyer accepted it. A buyer accepted offer from the seller. For whatever reason, those do not report correctly on any data tool anywhere. And this, I mean, I did the eBay video rant earlier this week. eBay, just show us what the stuff actually sells for. You guys have all the data. Why do we have to go to a third party like 130 Point to figure it out? At least for quick comps, I would still use market movers or the data tools because those provide a whole bunch of other shenanigans to them. But on your sold listing page, can you just tell us what the hell the card actually sold for? I understand why you want it to be a big mystery because it's in your best interest that if people see that this card's now selling at $725, someone else might go out and see it listed at $650 and buy it, even though the card's actually been selling at $500. So just be aware of this. Once again, I feel like some people know this. And like I said, myself, I even forget that this is a thing sometimes. So if you're at a show, whatever, checking comps on a card, doing research to potentially buy something online, whatever, and you're scrolling through 130 Point or the data tools or whatever, and you see fixed price sale, actual sale price shown, do just a little extra digging. Or at least like yellow flag that one. Like, wait a second. Is this one way out of line with everything else? Or does it line up in the realm of possibility for what everything else has been selling for? Now, obviously, if it's a player that's way on the upswing, it makes it a little bit trickier. But in a market like this, where the market's kind of soft, it doesn't make sense for this random Luka Select Premier to suddenly spike up. For those wondering, this is a complete side tangent, I took a massive loss on this card. I'll probably make a separate video about that later. I got brutalized on this card. I took a huge loss on this. Probably the tune of about $700, $750, give or take. Yeah, I just got hammered on this thing. So I'll save that for another video sometime next week, maybe. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on and talk about this real quick. This actually sold a full week ago, and I didn't even realize it. Like I said, if it wasn't for that guy a couple days ago putting that post on Facebook, I never would have thought to make this video. And I actually posted in a thread on that because there was a lot of comments on it. No, I don't think anyone actually bought the card, but I posted, I'm like, just an FYI, everybody, this is not what this card actually sold for. I'm like, here's the 130 Point listing showing 725. Here's my eBay from the eBay app. Here's a screenshot of my sold listings. You can clearly see it's the same card, same date, same cert number, the whole 9 yards. And you can see that it sold for 500. So not to be a dick to that guy and like screw up a sale post, but I feel like that's appropriate information that should be out there because, and once again, I don't think he was doing anything nefarious. He really wouldn't know unless you're super on top of this stuff. So, I mean, maybe like a part of him knew that this just didn't seem right and he was going to try to leverage that. Which maybe is the case. I don't know because he was at 600 when last comp was 725. That's a pretty good sized discount off of a recent comp. So who knows? But just be wary out there. Double check your stuff. Always make sure things line up and look accurate. And if something does not smell right, just double check it. Just double check it. Especially on cards that sell at a normal frequency. These sell about one a week, give or take. It's like pop 500, I think, maybe 600. So Yeah, just a little FYI for you guys and girls. Once again, curious, did you know that this was a thing? Did you know that when a buyer accepts an offer sent by the seller, that it reports this way? I'd be curious for your comments down below on how many people actually know that this is a thing. So just a little reminder for everybody. Sometimes the comp isn't always the comp. Do your homework. Talk to you guys and girls later. Peace.